Alex 2 is the sequel to Alex 1, the vintage open-world playing experience the award-winning creator of the Gothic and Risen series. Dive into a huge and crafted, complete, unique world with multiple factions and diverse environments set in a post-apocalypse science fantasy universe. Some of the features of Alex 2. Player will have many more quests to complete and dialogue to listen to. The number of companion quests has also doubled and have impact on the main story. Freedom to explore. Exploring the world freely is a key aspect of Alex 2. A jetpack is provided to make transportation easier, and you can quickly soar through the skies to each destination. Factions. There are 5 main factions to deal with: the Barseeker, Albs, Celerics, Outlaws, and Marcons. Choices and consequences. Speaking to Gaming Bolt, the developer noted that the world heavily depends on the player choices. The consequences of your action may sometimes happen immediately or even the course of numerous acts. Combat. Alex 2 has overhauled the combat system, revamping enemy AI and redoing all of the animation. Along with the regular attacks, you'll also have charge attacks that help makes the battle more dynamic. You can also employ magic to call down fire or zap opponent with lightning. Will be releasing an Xbox Series X and S, an Xbox One, PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, and Microsoft Windows. Alex 2 set release date is March 1st, 2022. Babylon Fall. Experience the acclaimed developer Platinum Games' signature combat in Babylon Fall. During E3 2021, Square Enix and Platinum Games released a gameplay overview where multiple developers laid out exactly what type of games Babylon Fall will be. They described the game as a 4-player hack-and-slash RPG. Similar to Nier Automata, a player weapon are constantly floating behind them in combats. In Babylon Fall, players have 4 weapons simultaneously equipped in battle. There are also magic ability in the game, allowing for a variety of playstyle. Battle ability can be chosen and combined to a specific combat style, like dealing extra damage after dodging an attack. The game has a main story to follow through, but it will also receive continuous support as an ongoing online game, with the new dungeons and challenges being added to the game after launch. Babylon Fall will be releasing in PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, and Microsoft Windows. Set release date March 3rd, 2022. Gran Turismo 7 is an upcoming racing video game developed by Polyphony Digital and published by Sony Interactive Entertainment. The game will be an 8th mainline installment in the Gran Turismo series. Some of the features of the game: dynamic time and weather. It will have a major impact on racing and enable realistic endurance races. Campaign mode. A full Gran Turismo campaign mode will return to GT7. Enhanced Library Editor. GT Sports Library Editor was one of the best game's features, and it returns in an upgraded form for GT7. Gran Turismo Cafe. According to the game official announcement, GT Cafe is a special area where player can get some guidance in the early part of the game. Used car dealership. Players are no longer limited to picking up box fresh vehicles from the game's Brand Central area, as the used car dealership will make a return in GT7. Scraps and photo mode. Scraps are back in there more than ever. As we heard last year, the Scrap team has continued its trek around the world, finding new locations and taking highly specialized photographs to capture lightning data. New home screen. The home screen also fades into a nighttime mode with the streets and building lights after dark. Gran Turismo 7 will release on PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5. Gran Turismo 7 will release March 4th, 2022. Tunic is an action-adventure game about a tiny fox that finds a sword in a mossy stone in a labyrinth. That begins an adventure around the world, slashing through small trees and bushes, opening chests inside homes, and adventuring through the magical gates. The fox also fights adorable animals, enemies, employing both the sword and perhaps magic to defend himself. Discover a unique item, new combat techniques, and arcane secrets as our hero forges their way through the intrigued new world. Tunic will be releasing in Microsoft Windows, Mac OS via Steam, Xbox Series X and X, and Xbox One as a time exclusive. Set release date March 16, 2022. Strange of Paradise Final Fantasy Origin features. Prepare for the battle ahead with an in-depth look into combat ability, job classes, and multiplayer, and more. A story painted by a layer of challenging action gameplay and intense combat. Battle punctuated by iconic action and ability from the Final Fantasy series, as well as dynamic weapon abilities. Deplete an enemy, break Koch, and deliver a finishing blow with the soul burst shattering that crystallizes the enemy to oblivion. A story painted in layers of challenging action gameplay, intense combat, battle punctuation, iconic action ability from the Final Fantasy series, as well as dynamic weapon abilities. Acquire new ability and job through a character enhanced system called the Job Tree. Visual customization equipped with weapon and gear to change each character appearance and ability in-game. Multiplayer mode, experience a co-op player in-group up to 3 players through the online multiplayer mode. Enjoy the main story and side mission with your friends. Strange of Paradise Final Fantasy Origin will be available on PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and X, Xbox One, and PC. Set release date March 18, 2022. Tiny Tina Wonderland is going to be a looter shooter just like the Borderlands franchise. That means that it will be the first or third person shooter with their progression revolves around loot from drops, rewards, quests, and more. However, it was confirmed by the creative director of the game that it will be a story-driven game. Embark on an epic adventure full of whip speed, wonder, and high-power weaponry. Bullet magic and broadsword collide across the chaotic fantasy world brought to life an unpredictable Tiny Tina. Personalize your hero. Create the perfect hero with deep customization, including a multi-class system that lets you mix-match unique character skill trees, all with their own awesome ability. Level up, refine your build, and expand your arsenal and become the ultimate adventurer. Several features have been announced in the interview with Ashley Birch, the voice of Tiny Tina, Matt Cox, creative director, and other behind the games. Attack with spell guns and melee weapons. Customize your character, appearance, and voice. Up to 4-player co-op. Multiple classes, multi-class system, amulet to find and wear. Player won't craft or customize weapons. Tiny Tina will be available on PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, Xbox One, Xbox Series X and S, and Microsoft Windows. Set release date March 25, 2022.